So the first episode came out in 1970, The Spearhead in Space. First time you see Jon Pertwee as the third Doctor, but also when the show got in colour. His performance is, he's like a father figure.
Look out. Look, there's one over there. I had to move round to the right. Now follow me.
And I really love his outfit, where he's sort of like James Bondy kind of style. Yeah, in his outfit he looks like pretty cool and really stylish. I think this Doctor was best known to use Venetian Aikido, the karate.
Venusian Aikido, gentlemen. I do hope I haven't hurt you.
Where he often says, "Hey!" Where this version of the Doctor is like an action hero. So this Doctor obviously is stranded on Earth by the Time Lords, his people, in 1970s.
I couldn't escape now if I wanted to. They've trapped me here.
Who have?
That mean, despicable, underhanded lot.
And he works as a scientific advisor at UNIT.
So from the shape, this was a hollow sphere. I think the space inside was about 3,000 cubic centimetres, wouldn't you?
You've got the returning characters, Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart. I really love that guy.
Now, what am I going to tell Geneva? That the whole blessed building has been picked up and put down on some deserted beach? We're probably miles from London.
He's got some really great lines, and he does have funny moments.
It's kind of you, Captain Yates. Got rather for pint.
Yeah, he's a very military general, like, which I think Nicholas Courtney really pulls off.
Watch. Yes, I see what you mean. Never mind, we'll soon fix him.
The return of Sergeant Benton, which I really like that guy.
It's pretty obvious, isn't it? Anyway, nothing to do with you surprises me anymore, Doctor.
Oh, thank you for the compliment.
He's very serious, but also a pretty funny sergeant.
Over.
Kitty, 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 come on. Come and get your lovely din-dins. Come on,
Sergeant Benton!
Captain Mike Yates. Very professional, but very friendly as well. Pretty much the Doctor's team, which I think is a really great team for the era. The third Doctor really loves the vehicles that he drives around on Earth, especially the yellow motor car known as Bessie. Then you've got like hovercrafts and any vehicle that he invented, and yeah, he really loves his toys. Liz Shaw, who appeared in season 7, Pertwee's first season, she's a scientist, a very independent woman.
Shaw and I get on with our work, Mr. Goodfellow. Look, you really have to call you Miss Shaw.
No, Liz, just Liz.
Liz, that's much better.
And her and the Doctor got along perfectly well.
Well, that's it. I can't think of anything else we can try.
Well, don't worry, my dear, we've done our best.
As they do have quite a bit in common.
What we really need is a lateral molecular rectifier.
What on earth's that?
Not on Earth, unfortunately.
But as soon as Liz Shaw left, she is replaced by Jo Grant. So yeah, Jo Grant, who's played by Katie Manning. She's very pretty, very loyal, and pretty feisty.
No.
So the Doctor and Jo sort of briefly got off on the wrong foot when Jo ruined the Doctor's very important experiment.
I dealt with it.
Dealt with it? You've ruined it.
But your match was on fire.
3 months delicate work, and now look at it, you ham-fisted bund.
She gets enthusiastic with her mistakes, and they bonded very well. I mean, Katie Manning's chemistry with Jon Pertwee as Joe and the Doctor is one of the best things about the era.
I forgot. Your wedding present.
It's beautiful. Thank you, Doctor.
Jo becomes more independent, where she helps the Doctor to take down guards. She managed to resist the Master Hypnotizer.
You saw Marjorie Daw. Johnny shall have a new master. He shall have but a penny a day because he can't work any faster. All right.
And even prepared to risk her life to save the Doctor from Azul, the devil in The Demons. She does anything to save the Doctor. Well, companions usually do, really. You got the monsters like the Autons. The shop window mannequins that come to life, and they have, as soon as their fingers go down from the hand, they have a gun inside and then start shooting. They were so terrifying. And it doesn't surprise me that a lot of people are frightened to go to the shop and decide to keep away from mannequins as possible. So Terror of the Autons makes the first appearance not only Mike Yates and Joe Grant, but also the Master.
I am usually referred to as the Master.
Oh, is that so?
Universally.
The first actor to play him is Roger Delgado. Really loved his performance.
Oxide from the lungs.
Good afternoon, Doctor. I hope I'm not interrupting anything important.
You can tell the Master and the Doctor are from the same planet.
You're a good doctor, but you're not good enough.
But you haven't seen the quality of my footwork yet.
He's very snarling. He really loves his plans.
You've come here to kill me, of course.
But not without considerable regret.
How very comforting.
You see, Doctor, you're my intellectual equal.
And it's very intimidating where the Master, like, hypnotizes people by staring at them.
You insolent primitive.
Oh, so you want the hard way, do you? Right.
And telling them to obey him. And what's so amusing is that he teams up with any monsters, including the Daleks.
Let him see the planet Earth that he loves so much in ruins. Then exterminate him.
And every time he does that, obviously he doesn't learn from it, it goes to disaster. Silurians and Sea Devils, they're the Earth reptiles that lived on planet Earth long before humans do.
Hello. Are you a Silurian?
The Doctor tries to negotiate with Silurians, hoping that, you know, they could share the planet Earth with humans.
I think I can persuade the humans that you are prepared to live with them on this planet in peace.
There is not room for both civilizations.
Yes, I think there is.
But sadly, things don't go as planned as humans attack. And the Doctor does the same with the Sea Devils.
The depths of the sea and those areas on Earth where man cannot live can be yours.
I really loved the story because it's a great storytelling and everybody in there is fantastic. I also love the iconic scene where the Doctor uses Sonic Screwdriver to blow up a mine where the Sea Devil was at the beach. And one of my favourite things about that story is not only the Doctor and Joe's chemistry, but also the music as well. I was so hooked to that story so much that I wish it didn't end, and it just made me glad that it was a six-parter.
What is it? One of the creatures that have been destroying the ships.
The Three Doctors is where they started doing the multi-doctor story.
Well, not so much one of them as one of us. One of me, to be precise.
Oh, no.
Celebrating the 10th anniversary, and it was pretty fascinating, the idea that you got more than one incarnation of the Doctor sharing a screen time.
You've got no right to be here. What about the first law of time?
Perhaps I could explain.
Perhaps you could.
But of course you got Patrick Troughton appearing in the same TARDIS, still being fantastic and playing the recorder.
Oh, I can see you've been doing the TARDIS up a bit. I don't like it.
Also got to reunited with Sergeant Benton.
Now, don't tell me. Corporal Benton, isn't it?
Sergeant Benton now.
How do you do, my dear fellow?
Nice to see you.
And also the Brigadier.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Yes, but you're not the...
Yes, it is, sir. It's the first one.
How are you, Brigadier?
Pretty well, thanks.
It also makes the first appearance of Omega, the stellar engineer from Gallifrey, who apparently is trapped on the black hole.
You dare threaten to destroy me? You wish to fight the will of Omega?
Yes, if I must.
Also, William Hartnell got to appear in that, but it's unfortunate that he wasn't well enough to share a screen with Pat and John, so that's why he had to be on the TARDIS scanner.
Oh, so you're my replacements. A dandy and a clown.
Not only is his last performance as the First Doctor, but it's also his last character role. Rest in peace, William Hartnell. The era has brought back Daleks like 4 times. The Day of the Daleks was the first time they brought them back since The Evil of the Daleks, so it was about 5 years.
Exterminate them! Exterminate them! Exterminate them!
And the fans really wanted to see them again and battling the Doctor again. So in Day of the Daleks they recruited with Ogrons and tried Alternate the Future, led by the Dalek Supreme. Then they have the small parts in Frontier in Space.
Quite a touching little reunion.
And what I love about it is the story is pretty epic. There's a lot of stuff happening in there. You've got the Draconians.
Wait! He has spoken the truth.
You got the Ogrons manipulating humans and Draconians. There's some great battle sequence, the soundtrack was fantastic, and I thought Jon Pertwee in Spacesuit in Space was really well done. And of course you got the Master as the villain as well.
Madam President, this is indeed a great honour.
It's definitely one of my favourite classic stories. And I love the fact that the ending it's like very connected to the next story.
What are you doing?
Telepathic circuits. Sending a message to the Time Lords.
Which is Planet of the Daleks.
Daleks.
Which sets in a forest planet called Spyridon.
Somebody's still in there.
Save for interrogation. Disabled.
You have Supreme Dalek, who doesn't take kindly well to Dalek mistake.
You have failed. The Supreme Council does not accept failure.
Then you've got the Daleks arrived on the planet completely powerless.
Exterminate! Exterminate! Exterminate!
But then when we constructed their guns, it was so unusual because it was just like an actual gun.
Primitive weapons moderately efficient.
Where it doesn't turn screen negative, it was just an actual gun going pew pew. The Time Warrior is where Sarah Jane Smith, played by Elizabeth Sladen, meets the Doctor for the first time.
Come and meet your namesake, Miss Lavinia Smith, Dr.
John Smith. How do you do, Miss Smith?
Hello?
And it's so cool looking back on that.
Still only a police book. Must find a telephone.
It also makes a debut of the Sontarans, well, one of them. Who are brutal space military, and there's one appearing called Commander Lynx.
You come to challenge me, Sky Warrior?
I really love that Sontaran design, the prosthetics. I do think it's well ahead of its time. But then after when the third Doctor confronts the Great One, the Queen of the Spiders, he gets radiation sickness as he lands back at the unit HQ.
Now don't cry. While there's life,
We get a really sad scene where Brigadier and Sarah Jane watches the Doctor regenerating.
Here we go again.
It was pretty emotional to watch. Jon Pertwee is my favourite Doctor from the classic era. I really loved his era and everything. And he does have a really great team up.